Disclaimer: the following content contains aspects of alcohol, sexual assault, rape, and explicit language, and should only be viewed by mature audiences.
Describe the perpetrator's place in your life.
He was my friend and then he became my boyfriend.
Recount your experience. What happened?
When I was 16, it was around November, and I was having a little gathering with my friends. A couple of people came over to drink, and I'd been talking to this boy for a little bit, and I invited him and his friends over, and everything was fine. We'd all had a couple of drinks, and I went out by myself. Like, everyone was outside, and I went to go lay on the trampoline, and I was laying down on the trampoline, and he came and jumped on the trampoline, and we were cuddling, and it was fine. And then he got on top of me and didn't try and do anything yet, and I tried to get up, and he wouldn't let me get up, and he sort of started grinding himself against me. We were still fully clothed, and then I started asking my friends for help, and he eventually realized that everyone knew what was happening, and I pushed him off me, and I ran and locked myself in my brother's room, and I told everyone that I wasn't leaving my brother's room until he was kicked out of my house. And so they kicked him out of my house, and to tell you the truth, I don't remember the rest of that night, and majority of it was spent crying, locked up in my brother's room. I didn't want to leave. And then the next day he messaged me acting like nothing had happened. He was just angry that I kicked him out, and he didn't realise why I kicked him out, and he was really angry at me, and he started guilt tripping me and made me think that it was my fault. And because I was 16, I thought that he liked me, and I thought that he was doing it because he liked me. And so I continued to talk to him, and then I started going over to his house, and we started dating. He asked me to be his girlfriend, and I was 16 and I was stupid, and I said yes. And then it kind of all just went downhill from there. He started becoming really physically abusive, hitting me. He would burn me with lighters. He would get his friends to hold me down while he would burn me. He would hold me down, choke me, and force me to have sex with him while his friends were laughing outside the door. And they never tried to help me. They sat outside the door and listened to me scream, and then eventually I just went silent and I let it happen. And that continued for maybe a month or so, and then on New Year's Eve, he had a lot to drink. We were always drinking. None of us did anything. We all just drank almost every day. New Year's Eve came, and he was really, really, really drunk. And again, he forced me to have sex with him. And then I woke up the next morning, and I found out he was talking to other girls. And you would think the abuse would be what made me leave, but I found out he was talking to other girls. And I ran around to the park, and I called my mum to pick me up, and she came and got me, and then I went home like nothing had happened, and I never spoke to him again. Also, I thought until a month later, and he didn't like the fact that I had left him and he had nobody to use, and so he released a video on Facebook of him raping me. It was a 7 or 8 second video, and you can clearly hear me in the background saying no. But he didn't care, and he posted that video on Facebook. It showed my ass, it showed the penetration. And everyone hated on me for it. Everyone thought I was the slut. Everyone thought I made a sex tape, but nobody heard my no.
What a fucking slut.
Bro, I don't think she'd be like that, she'd actually film a sex video.
Yo, what the fuck? Hey, link me that real quick, yeah? Link me that.
Yeah, right.
How has your attack impacted on your life and your ability to participate in day-to-day activities?
I think how hasn't it is probably a better question. It impacts everything I do. Every time I leave my house, I'm on the lookout for him.
Thinks that she is living now becomes distant from her old self. A girl who had it figured out, but what goes up must come down. Now she's lying on the ground without a sound, breathless.
I said, don't fucking be like that.
I know I should
live with yourself.
Man, she wanted it. She was giving me the eyes all night. She was basically begging for it.
For if you open your eyes, I'll never let you go. Moving slowly, we'll both sleep tonight.
Has your attack affected your romantic relationships?
Yes, very much so. I flinch at a male's touch and it takes me forever to get comfortable even with just close friends. Romantically, it's really hard for me to be with a boy and believe that they actually love me. It's hard to believe. Like, I feel used, and I feel like that's all any boy ever sees me as, something to be used.
Boys can't be raped anyway.
I can't wait to go and do this. Oh my god, tell me all about it. I want to know everything. I'm so excited. Oh my god. Where are you going? It's fine, I'm sleeping in the bed. No, you can't do that. Maybe wait till it's like a little bit more sober and like, a bit safe. Wait, he's my boyfriend, it's fine. Yeah, no, it doesn't matter if he's your boyfriend, you can't do that. Like, boys always want sex, they don't get raped, it's fine. No, it doesn't matter like the race, the gender, the age. You can't do that, Tish. They don't get raped, it's fine. Tish, you can't, you need to go back to the party. Are you alright? Do you want to get some water or something? Come on, let's go get some water. Let's go this way.
I was never alone. There were always people, and they didn't even try to stop it.
Don't you think she's a bit too dominant?
I just want to raise awareness that this does really happen. This is not just something you hear on the news. This happens all around us to so many people. He raped me in a tight skirt and he raped me in trackies and a hoodie. So I don't think that clothes ever had anything to do with it. It was the fact that he wanted to have power over me. Just why? Why? How can someone be so cold-hearted that they can destroy a person and not even care in the slightest?
Regardless of clothing, of gender, of place, of time, nobody asks to be deflowered.
And remember, you ain't useless. Take my hand, I'll take you to a dreamland. Tell your story, cause someone will understand. I know I should say goodbye before I say hello. So darling, hold me closely tonight. For if you open your eyes, I'll never let you go. Moving slow